Spencer, congratulations on the dub. Y'all have been playing some dang good ball lately. 10-5 in the month of July. You have the third best record in baseball in that span. You yourself have gotten a little something going. Now you're 4.5 games back in that wild card race. What's been the secret to y'all's success in this run?
Well, thank you. We're just staying in the fight. I think we show up every single day expecting to win, and that's what winning teams do, is they find different ways to win, and we're getting contributions from everybody.
Spencer, David Ross here. You guys have led all of baseball in home runs since the month of June. Give me that secret, because I couldn't hit a lick. I want to know what you guys are doing. What's the secret sauce in just putting those balls over the fence?
I feel like we're just getting good pitches to hit. We're not missing a lot of them. It's a group effort, stringing some nice at-bats together. But yeah, it's just getting that good pitch to hit and putting your A-swing on it and not missing it.
What's been the biggest adjustment for you going from Major League Baseball to playing banana ball?
The biggest adjustment for me has been the entertainment side of things. And I'd say that obviously we entertain, in Major League Baseball, but actually having to do choreographed dances and interacting with the fans face to face is something that I wasn't used to. So right now, I'm just trying not to be the worst dancer. So as long as I'm not the worst dancer, I feel like I'm winning. I'm trying to put some smiles on some people's faces and make their experiences great for their banana ball games.
Okay, you're not worried about being the worst dancer, but I did hear that your signature move is the backflip. I saw a video on Instagram of you training to learn how to do it. Tell me about how difficult that is.
It is difficult. See, I started backflipping again this year. I've always known how to backflip, but I never really had to backflip while catching a ball.
Multitasking.
And that's one of the most difficult things to do. I can just do the backflip, but once you start focusing on the ball, that's when sometimes you forget about the backflip and you start bailing halfway. It's something I'm working on, but I've been kind of holding off on it for now, but now it's warming up. The summer's getting ready, so who knows what might happen.
You warmed up enough to drop a backflip right now?
They didn't let me warm up. They said they don't want me to try to injure anything.
Understood.
But
Understood.
Man, I could.
I'm definitely not doing a backflip.
In your time under center, it's only been trending up. Carolina, in your time as a rookie, wins 2 games, 5 wins your second season. Then last year, 8 wins, division title, 3,000-yard passing, damn near beat the Rams, man, in the wild card. What above all else have you learned about being an NFL franchise QB in your 3 years in this league?
Yeah, obviously ups and downs. I think for me, just the importance of consistency. Making sure that I'm the same person day in and day out in the locker room. Walking into the building, making sure that I'm who the team needs me to be. You mentioned the past, but for us, we know that doesn't entitle us to anything. This year, everyone starts 0-0. We have to earn the right to, want to be our best and work for our best. And again, that's what training camp's all about. So we're really excited to start that process. You did say you want to look forward, and let's look forward. Carolina wins the division. You get a first-place schedule. Man, I'll just go through it here. Bears, at Falcons, Lions, at Eagles, Bucks, at Lambeau, Broncos, at Saints, Ravens, at Bucks. I left one out. I'm not going to tell you which one I left out. That's a hell of a stretch, man, and that puts us to December. What must happen over the next 7 weeks to prepare this team for that? For us, we just have to chase our best against the day-to-day process. We have a ton of respect for everyone you just named and everyone on our schedule, but that's down the line. If we start looking ahead this early, that's when we're not able to be at our best. So it's on us to make sure we stay where our feet are, chase our best right now, and then obviously when those challenges come around, we'll focus on those week in and week out.
Kiana, it's not often at the trade deadline we have this kind of update where there are 8 new players, including Clay Holmes moving up, but 7 actually new in the top 25. But that's the 2026 trade deadline in a nutshell right there. Not a lot of teams have committed to selling at this point, so you have potential opportunity for guys like Mason Miller or Shea Langoliers, the catcher with the A's. Zach Neto and Hunter Goodman, 2 power hitters, Francisco Lindor, a franchise player, Adley Rutschman and Kevin Gausman. It's a lot of talent. The reality, though, is most of these players probably are not going to go. Mason Miller is clearly the most attractive, and a number of teams would love to add him to the back end of their bullpen. But in the catching space, while Ryan Jeffers is seemingly the only one out there right now, Shea Langoliers and Hunter Goodman, two all-stars, both very good players. Teams like the Yankees and the Red Sox would love to land them, and it just shows this deadline is going to be a little bit weird. And the fact that we are less than 2 weeks away at this point and still don't know what it's going to look like could make it even weirder.
Dynamic in a clubhouse. Jackie, I want to get some insight from you. Give me a little bit of insight, what it was being with David there in the clubhouse.
It was awesome. When I came up, I was a rookie, 22 years old, and I came up with a very veteran-heavy team. So I had a lot of guys I could lean on, learn from. I didn't really say too much just because I wanted to try to pick up as much information as I finally could. And I felt like they helped, harden my mentality to be able to sustain a long career. The knowledge I was able to gain from them is something that I'll always hold on to.
All right, so I'm coming to you, David. Give me the same thing. Give me something maybe you learned.
Oh, man, Jackie came up, and we had some injuries in the outfield, and let me talk about smooth. This guy could go get it. Those long, clean strides in the outfield. Catcher's dream. The ball would be hit out there, and you knew it was going to be caught. It didn't matter. Jackie looked like he wasn't going to get there, and then he just would close the ground. And those long, smooth strides. Man, I can picture him. I'm getting chills thinking about it. I can picture in my head right now. He was one of the best I've ever been around.
Major League Baseball's August 3rd trade deadline less than 2 weeks away. Here's a look at ESPN's Kylie McDaniel and Jeff Passan's most updated list of the top 10 potential trade candidates. And let's bring in our senior MLB insider, Jeff Passan. Okay, so which player you think on that list most likely to get dealt ahead of the deadline?
Brian, a lot of the names on that list, frankly, are just sort of percolating in conversation rather than actual hard targets for teams. But Luis Arraez is getting traded. Period. Plain simple. The Giants right now are only one of 3 teams with the New York Mets and the Colorado Rockies to have declared themselves full sellers, open for business. And Luis Arraez is the perfect person because, number one, he's been really good this year. Whether it's a league-low strikeout rate, a batting average over 300, but more than that, he's a free agent at the end of the season. The Giants aren't going anywhere, so Arraez will definitely be on the move to a contender.
All right, give me another name or some other names or other guys that could be moved before the August 3rd deadline.
Well, the one everyone wants to know is the number one player on that list, and that's Tarik Skubal. And really, it doesn't depend on what he does. Tarik Skubal could go out and throw the best 2 weeks of his life or the worst. He's still one of the best pitchers in baseball, but it comes down to something very simple. Do the Tigers believe that they can make the playoffs? And if they can, they're going to hold on to him, and they've put themselves in pretty reasonable position to go out and do so. 4.5 games back of the final wild card. They've got a bunch of opportunity. If they move Skubal, they could also move Casey Mize. A name that's cropped up in recent days is Mason Miller, and you'll remember from the last trade deadline when Mason Miller moved from the A's to the Padres for Leo DeVries, who's now one of the best 5 prospects in baseball. Every team needs a good relief arm, and there is no better relief arm out there than Mason Miller. He is the best of the best in terms of closing these days. And then there's one that's a little bit more off the board. The Houston Astros have a decision to make with Jeremy Pena. They thought that their shortstop was going to be locked up to a contract. He switched agents, went to Scott Boras, and that contract went away. And now he's got only 2 seasons left of club control. And frankly, the Astros have been here before. They have seen free agents walk, whether it's George Springer or Alex Bregman. Last time around, when they had a situation like this, they traded Kyle Tucker in the offseason before he was supposed to be a free agent. So what they do with Jeremy Pena, I think, is going to illustrate a lot of what they feel like their future looks like.
I kind of had almost prepared myself for it walking up, and then I go up, and it was so obvious that shot. I had no other choice. Like, I couldn't get club on ball any other way than to hit it out backwards, and straight away from that decision, I knew I had to just try to make 4. Like, if I made 4, I wasn't out of the tournament. If I made 5, I had a pretty big hill to climb there, and that was probably the best bogey I'll ever make in my life, and that felt like it kept the momentum going weirdly, even though I made a bogey. And then 17 again, like, it was the same thing. I had a perfect tee shot, and I kind of knew 2-iron, if I got a bad bounce, it had a chance of getting in that bunker. And I thought I'd hit it in the fairway. It looked like it was on grass for a long, long time there, and obviously just ran too far. And as soon as it went in there, I was like, well, you can still make birdie with a wedge. Just get it down the fairway. So I'm going to give myself a decent third shot and see if I can get that up and down. And I played the rest of the hole really well. I had a really good putt there, and was, I thought I'd hold that putt off the putter face, and that just missed. And then, I had a chance. You tell me at the start of the week I have a chance to win the Open down the last hole. I would have jumped at that, and I was, I took that shot on and seized the opportunity, and I still don't quite know how it happened, but it did happen.
Yeah, there's another shot for your office right there, man.
I haven't seen that one either. Damn.
Right. Right. I mean, look at that right there, and then not to complain or anything like that, but listen, circumstances in my household required me to switch television sets.
Oh.
When you strolled to 18 and Burns was going first, and I'm like, I'll definitely be able to make it to the next television set, turn it on and find it. And then by the time I did that, you were already hugging your caddy. And I'm like, what the hell, man?
Sorry.
I'm like, what the hell? I missed it because you took 20 seconds. It's nuts.
Yeah.
It's great.
Look, I mean, I will, I had done my work before it was my time to hit the putt. I had looked at that from a bunch of different angles before hitting the putt. I'd had to collect myself while doing it as well. It had crossed my mind that this putt is to win the Open, and that was a little bit overwhelming at the time, and kind of got myself back in the game. A couple of deep breaths, just tried to go through what I'd normally go, reading a putt, look at it from a couple of sides, whatever. And then when Burnsy missed the putt, and I actually asked him, do you want to finish or not? And he said, yeah, I'll finish. He finished, and I was ready to go. I knew which way it was going to go. It wasn't a hard read. It was the execution was the hard bit, and I managed to do that. But literally going into the ball, I just tried to stay in the same routine. Couple of deep breaths, which obviously happened quickly anyway, and then just focus on trying to hit at the right speed to give myself a chance of holding the putt and not give myself something crazy coming back if it did miss. And I don't know how my hands were shaking, everything, but to see it go in, and then I'm not normally a guy that shows a lot of emotion, but as you saw from that previous photo, I let it all out there, and it's pretty awesome, to be honest.